Welcome to a brand new show on this channel. Welcome to #AskTNT. This is Alex.
And this is still Nico. And we are glad that you really like to hear our FAQ show. So last week we did a shout out and it was a huge response. So let's start this week with the first question and answers.
Yeah, let me start with... Are you playing table tennis, Alex, because of Butterfly?
Ask who?
Jan von Raumer.
Okay, Jan. I don't play table tennis anymore, but my brother behind this wall has a butterfly shop. And I used to play table tennis until I was 13. I was quite good, but I had to decide between tennis and table tennis. And I played tennis. Then the second question. From Trung M. Pham. What's the music? I don't know. It's just...
What music?
What music. But thanks for the question. And Magic Germany asks, can you also in German and not in English?
What?
I think he talks about the review show, and yes, we also can do it only in German, but we have a lot of international viewers also.
Yeah. So I think we stick with English. Even though our English is not perfect, we know that.
But we're getting better.
Yeah. Next question. Emma de Silva asks, I've been waiting for this. Can you share with us how do you usually decide on what magic to perform? Let's answer this question first because he has a second one, and yeah. How do you usually decide on what magic to perform? Let's say you're booked for a client and
then I have to decide what they want. So if they hired me for a close-up gig, then I have my standard close-up program. If they have special wishes, for example, they want me to introduce a new product or do magic with giveaways like lighters, pens or whatever, then I decide for existing tricks already. And same with stand-up show. So I have my fixed stand-up show, my fixed close-up show, and then I decide what to do there. So I don't know what about you, but I think it's kind of the same.
Yeah, I think sometimes it also depends on the situation you are in. For example, if I'm doing a show, like let's say a close-up gig, and I hear some people talking about poker or any card game, and then I skip the trick I wanted to do now and go for a poker demonstration.
Actually, that's a good point, because there are a lot of magicians out and a lot of professional magicians, and I know that I think Eugene Berger and other pros also tell us that of course it's better to do only 20 tricks but these perfect instead of 100 not perfect. But also a lot of my friends, they still do magic or already do magic for 8 years professionally and only use 10 tricks, and they don't want to learn any more things. I'm completely different. I'm like a sponge. I want to soak in all the magic I can learn. Yeah. So it gives you a bigger repertoire. So in case you come onto a venue where they ask you, have you seen this magician on TV? He did such and such trick, can you also do this? It's good when you can do it. It's not a shame if you can't do it, but I always try to learn everything and know everything. I was very rarely in a situation where I couldn't refill the client's request or wishes.
And many magicians also think that you have to have like a red line throughout your performance. Some I know who are so stuck in this red line that their presentation is always exactly the same, like word by word. They don't react on spectator situations.
Happens, you can see this, that they rewind and go like,
yeah,
and then start exactly at this point. I think it's good if you have a red line, but not a complete script.
Too scripted, yeah. I think he means, do you have different set of or different routines for different situations?
Sometimes I improvise, or actually I jam a lot or do this jazz magic thing, because it should also be fun for me.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Ortiz always tells in his lectures, I also want to have fun.
Yeah.
Not only they have fun, it's fun for me also. Most important thing, I think, that you have a lot of fun performing, and then your clients also sees this.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest compliment I get very often, that people come to me and tell like, oh, you can really see that you love what you're doing. I improvise a lot, even though I have my red line for every trick.
I found an interesting question here. Kevin Lee asked, are we going to see more Magic releases of U2?
Of U2?
I didn't know that U2 has Magic releases actually.
Yeah, probably yes, but we don't have any timeline yet or any date. I want to release one new effect this year. If I will make it, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You will definitely see something new of us soon. Yeah, the next question is from Adam Grange, the Illusionist. How long have you
Adam.
both been performing Magic, and what is your favorite trick?
Performing Magic, I would say for 6 years, since I'm 18. I was into Magic like since I was 12. When I saw a David Copperfield show on television, I recorded it on an old VHS tape and watched it over and over again.
Young people, VHS is the old hard disk or hard drive.
Kinda, yeah. Where you have to
Huge
rewind
cassettes,
and since then I'm addicted to Magic, and since I met Alex and since I'm 18 I'm performing more regularly. And my favorite trick, actually I have 2 tricks I really like. First one is a coin bend. I love doing coin bends at the moment, and the second one is French kiss.
And I'm doing Magic since I am 5, so this is 30 years ago.
I thought 20 years.
It's 30 years ago, yeah. And yeah, then I got my first Magic kit, like every small boy, I think.
I didn't have one.
And that's why you're not that good, because you missed the cool tricks.
Probably, yeah.
Then I went to the United States when I was 14, because half of my relatives live in the United States, and since there I do Magic every day, because I visit a very famous Magic store in Washington DC, Al's Magic Shop. I think it doesn't exist anymore. And performing, yeah, since I'm 16, so that's
5 years ago.
19 years ago. Yeah, that was my first paid show, and ever since I'm doing Magic. Yeah, so my favorite trick right now at the moment is Nest of Wallets by Nicolas Einhorn. I got it 2 years ago, and I perform it in combination with the ring string routine, which is another DVD of Nicolas Einhorn, but I have different bits and pieces from different artists, like this ring and string. Yeah, I like it because it's very visual, very stunning, and because of this trick I got booked in Moscow, only because of this trick, and yeah, that's why it's one of my favorites. So the next question is by Mark Levelin.
Ah, Mark, yeah. Hi.
I am going to limit you 3 close-up tricks, which you may perform for the rest of your lives, but only 3. What are they, and can you explain why?
Ooh, that's a hard one. We have to wait for the car. Hello?
Remember, only 3.
Only 3.
That's-
Close-up tricks.
That doesn't count a deck of cards, coins, and close-up mat.
First of all, why?
Because you will die if you do 4.
Okay, then I would
guess so.
go... he didn't say it, but I think he meant it.
That's always like this.
I would go for coin bend. Convext tree. Second one... Das ist echt schwer, ey.
Means, fuck, that's really hard.
Ja, ich werde jetzt einfach auf Deutsch weitermachen und Alex wird simultan übersetzen.
He wants to proceed in German and I have to translate.
Awesome. The second trick is Telephoto by Greg Rostami, which is awesome. And my third one, if a watch steal counts, it's a watch steal. If a watch steal doesn't count, it's a
Wallet steal.
wallet steal. No, it's invisible palm.
Yeah, my first trick, and I see it as one trick, the Nest of Wallets with my ring string routine. My second trick probably will be a 3-fly.
And I think I know the third one.
I'm not sure because I don't even know it. Nephilim.
Nephilim? Okay, then I'm wrong.
Or Boris the Spider.
I would guess the Matrix.
Yeah, my Matrix, of course. Yeah, there's
See?
so many good
See?
things. Yeah, nee, but if I stay with 3, it's one of these 3.
Okay, next question.
Cheryl Yam. Hi, so if I were to perform Gonzo for 1 or 2 people only, would Gonzo work?
Depends on where the people stand.
Like they stay like in front of you? Yes.
If they sit down, no.
If they're taller than you? Yes.
If they're smaller than you, no.
No, but honestly, if they're in front of you, yeah.
But they have to stand really close together.
Mr. Bungara. Interesting choice of products. Great going. Thanks.
Thank you.
What is your favorite trick or routine for a bigger crowd? So I think first question is what he think about bigger crowd, like 10 people, 50 people or 300 people?
10,000 people. That's the venue I perform normally at. No, actually I don't.
I think I would say for a bigger crowd.
Yeah, let's say 300 people.
300 people,
Yeah.
like
Actually, I don't perform stand-up shows
anymore.
So this question's for you.
My favorite trick on stage is the Sympathetic Tens from Jörg Alexander. You can really play them for 100 and 100 of people if you use the Pada cards. And I only use the Pada cards for this trick, and this is by far my most favorite trick.
No.
And
That's
why?
really good.
Because I really love cards. I like my story about the cards and everything, and the trick is awesome.
It always gets a huge reaction from the audience. I've seen a few times you doing it.
Yeah, this is the trick I would choose.
Knappers LP asks, where do you buy your tricks? Can you give some advices where to buy cheap and good products?
So first of all, that's a stupid question, sorry to tell you, but cheap products sounds like you only want to save money.
And buy rip-offs.
Yeah, because every magic trick worldwide kind of costs the same.
Yep.
There is sometimes it's $1 or $5 cheaper, but it costs the same. And
You
if
shouldn't buy rip-offs.
Don't go to any of these Chinese rip-off sites. You will destroy the market.
Or the Russians.
You will get
We're looking at you.
very bad products and not of a good quality. But if you wanna, it's also a hard question because it depends on where you live. We live in Germany, so we have different stores than you in the United States or in Canada or in Asia. But if you are located in the US, I would probably go for Penguin Magic. They have almost everything. Yeah, it's a hard question, so this we cannot answer because it really depends on where you live.
Yeah.
The good thing is, or the only thing I would like to add is, if you have the chance, buy the trick from the creator himself.
Yeah. That way you support him.
Yeah, you support him the most. Maybe you have the chance to talk to him, and this is the way I usually go, trying to get the product by the creator.
DS Mag asks, what are the effects that you carry with you every day?
So every day. So let's say I'm not going out especially performing magic. So let's say I go just for shopping or whatever I dress. Yeah, I always have in my pockets my small pouch of coins. I have my small pouch and there I have
some coins.
4 Walking Liberties where I can do my matrix. Then I have 4 regular, the other ones are also regular, but 4 kind of practicing coins. These are not real silver, but these I can drop. And I always have my string with me, my string, to perform the ring string routine with the nest of wallets. A deck of cards, of course, and normally rubber bands. And my cell phone and watch, so I can also do magic. And with these things alone, you can entertain for hours.
No, if you know how to. Actually, in my pocket, there's always, right now, not on me, but over there, I always have the coin band. And of course, here I have
My car.
If you know what it is, Dave Bonsa's Ring Flight Revolution. It's awesome. And deck of cards, of course. Phone with some cool apps. Not 1,000, but some cool apps. And the watch, and I think that's it.
And of course, I forgot these pockets. My 3-fly.
Oh yeah. Can you show us a bit?
Klar. It's good that you asked.
Awesome. Even from the side.
Awesome.
Arman Jasuya asks, can you review Imprint by Sans Minds? Thanks.
Yes, we can.
But if we do so... I think this question is good for you. Jaril Jam, or Jaril Yam, or something like this, asks, I have a fear of friends knowing how I do my tricks and ruining it for me. What do I do?
Practice. No, honestly, it sounds stupid, but I tell all my students, or tell also myself, practice before you go out and perform it. Honestly, I'm practicing some effects or moves for years, honestly for 10-15 years, and I have never showed it to anybody except to friends or family because I'm afraid to ruin it.
Hashtag clipshift.
Yeah. And if you already know that you will ruin it, then don't perform it.
His friends will ruin it for him. What friends do you have?
Yeah.
Go find other friends.
I kind of have a similar friend. I think I know now the question what you mean. It's the lack of respect that people have.
No.
A friend of mine, when he watches me performing, most of the time after the trick or after the show, he comes to me, not even show, but if we go to a bar or whatever, he comes to me and goes like, I do the same trick, but all the people heckle and tackle me and want to destroy it, but why don't they do it when you do it? And really I think it's confidence, self-confidence, and your aura. It's like if you already show that you're nervous or that you might fail or whatever, or if you handle a trick deck like a trick deck and not a normal deck, if something is suspicious, they will destroy it. It's also a good question because I almost stopped doing magic when I was 14 because my dad destroyed everything. So when I was starting magic, I had my deck of cards and read in the books, okay, you have to stack it like this. And it said, okay, go to your audience and let them cut the deck. So I went to my dad, put the stack deck that I stacked for half an hour in front and told my dad, okay, cut one more time. And he took the deck and shuffled it. And I was like, you? I said, cut it. And my dad was like, no, I want to shuffle. So if you cannot handle people like me, you will never be good.
Yeah, and that's why if having a completely scripted routine is bullshit.
Yeah. No, but really, I almost quit it, but I practiced more and more and more. And I know the first trick when my dad kind of gave up was the card through window from Peter Marby. I performed this in our old house. And this was the point where my dad just went completely crazy, and since that day he believed me everything. It's really a thing, if people believe that you can do it, they have no reason to destroy it.
No.
So make the magic real, and real magic you cannot destroy.
Yeah, two years ago we met Richard Osterland, and he said you have to believe that what you do is real, so the audience will believe it's real.
Yeah.
So if you're confident in yourself and you get confidence through practice, then people will feel it.
Yeah, if you don't believe in your magic,
anymore.
why should other people believe in your magic?
Yeah.
Bas Tubens asks, have you considered Patreon?
Yes, we did.
So first maybe you explain what Patreon is.
Patreon, however you have to pronounce it, for people who don't know it, is a platform where you can, as a video artist, you can have your community support you by donating a freely chosen amount of money each month, and you can set like goals, like for example if you reach $100 or euros, this and that will happen. That's a way to motivate your community.
A little bit like Kickstarter.
Yeah, like Kickstarter for video artists. And we considered it, but we didn't do it because we kind of didn't want to force our audience to donate monthly.
And we want to make it frequently.
Yeah.
So, for example, if we set a goal for, like what we said, we need 300, 400, 500 euros each month to keep the show running. And if we tell like, okay, with the next 500 euros, the show will start again, it can be that the show stops for 2 months. And as we want to do it frequently, this is why the donation button, I think, is better than Patreon.
And you should really donate down in the info box. I will link you the PayPal link. Would be awesome. We have like 1,600 subscribers now. If each and every one of you would donate
only one
50 cents would be enough, more than enough already.
X Huberg X.
Nice name.
Can you put links for the products in the description, please? Sometimes it's really hard to find something.
Google.
Yeah, honestly, Google it, because like we said, some people are watching from France, from Asia, from the United States, so it wouldn't make any sense if we put a link from Germany or a link from the United States or something.
And we also don't want to have one specific magic shop in the comments, so people... because
this
people will
special magic shop will sponsor us like hell, then we will do it.
Yeah.
But as we get not sponsored from any particular magic shop,
no need to. Google is your friend.
148 Mr. Sam asks, what's your favorite episode of TNT that you've done, and what was your favorite effect on that show?
Ooh.
Does it has to be an effect from this show? Because I think I have a favorite effect, but it was not my favorite episode.
I don't know. I actually have not really a favorite episode, but a favorite outtake.
The gimmick you will get is of good quality.
Yeah.
So...
What the fuck? No, what is your favorite episode and why?
My favorite episode was at the beginning, very at the beginning. Where we
very
did
first?
one of the very first, yeah, where we got asked if we can be more enthusiastic and...
Hey! Hello, my name is Alex.
And my name is Nico.
And give me a T. T! Give me an N. N! Give me a T. T! T! N! T! Woo!
Oh yeah, the...
This I liked a lot. Yeah, the outtake, of course, where the microphone came down. So there was not my favorite trick in this episode. Actually, what was my favorite trick? It was a lot of fun to review... What was it called? This flying thing on this strange hookup.
Defiance.
Defiance, yeah. This was a very funny episode because...
We had fun shooting it.
Yeah, this trick is, like we said, absolutely not for the real world, but it was fun doing the hookup for hours and test everything to shoot the show.
And everything went wrong.
Yeah.
My favorite episode, I would say, was... I'm not sure which one it was. I think it was one of the Mentalism specials. I think the one where we reviewed Mindpad, where I wrote down something, and while Alex was talking and didn't notice, I was folding a small boat out of this paper and put it next, put it on the Germany flag we had because of the World Championships. And like halfway through the episode, Alex was like,
where does this come from? I just saw it.
What? I think it was a funny moment. And my favorite trick we reviewed was Remaxed Isolation, actually, with the card and ice cube, because we messed up the whole studio with ice. Everything was wet. Yeah, it was fun.
From Alexander Junior. My son. No, but from Alexander Junior. Does Balcony Productions have a shop to visit, and are there any other magic shops in Germany? Yes and yes. So we have a shop
over there,
but it's very small and we carry only our products.
Actually, if you watch some of the first TNT episodes, you will see the shop behind us. That's it.
Yeah, it's not that much, but we have a shop and studio. Of course, you can visit it, but it's not that huge that you can spend hours here exploring the products. Are there any other magic shops in Germany? Yes, there are several. Just honestly, again, Google Zauberladen.
Oh, Magic Shop.
Yeah, Magic Shop or Zaubertricks.
No.
There is Daniel Meyer, his Zauberdiscount. Tesma is
Cologne.
gone, I just heard.
In Cologne there is one, I think. Or is it?
Yeah, Zauberschuppen,
Munich.
Magic Factory, Stolina.
In Nürnberg we also have one.
Yeah, so there are a lot of magic shops. And again from my son,
Papa.
what magic effect do you carry around and where do you perform magic? Okay, I think we already answered what magic tricks we carry around. Where
More
do we
than
perform them? Everywhere,
Everywhere.
even though we're not asked.
Pick a card.
And third question is, are there any magic events in Germany?
Yes, there is a really good one actually taking place in September this week. In September this year. It is September 11th and 12th, and it's called Nordisch Nobel. It's a really cool convention. It's a small convention. It's very intimate.
250 people.
Yeah. So you can really talk to the stars, really enjoy this convention, and it's always a top lineup.
Yeah, actually the lineup is enough for a whole week of magic.
Yeah.
And probably this year is the last one. So I
Like
think-
every time he
Yeah,
has.
But I think it's really the last one because it's very expensive for Daniel Meyer
Yeah. The organizer.
from Zauberdiscount. And yeah, so don't miss this. It's, in my opinion, the best convention in Europe.
And you also do something good by going there, because Daniel doesn't earn a penny from the convention. Everything that he wins from the convention, he will donate to cancer research. So
Yeah,
it's good
it's a
magic for a
win-win
good cause.
situation, yeah. And it's not that expensive. I think it's 250 euros.
Less, I think. I think it's
Less.
200.
200,
I don't know.
250
I
Just
will
go to Nordisch Nobel.
I will link it
Yeah.
again. One last question. Blah, blah, blah. Magic 9085 asks, what thread do you use for your effects?
I think it is referred to the
Hawk.
Hawk extension effect. So
Interchange.
everyone that knows me, I'm addicted to these elastic threads because they're really good. And I think it's a good question because I get these kind of questions like all the time. What kind of thread I'm using, what kind of glue, what kind of this and this. And I was kind of too nice in the beginning and I told everyone my secrets, but I stopped telling these, not because I'm mean, but first of all, I just frequently also got a question by another creator, and he asked me again about the material. It was interesting, but he understood it because he just didn't want to spend so much money in buying the wrong materials, but this is the process of creating.
Yeah.
So I also bought, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 different kind of elastic threads until I found the right one that fits me. If I would tell someone the name or the brand of the company that I use, maybe you miss an even better one by your own research. So that's the first thing. So I don't not tell you this because I'm mean, but it's the same thing like if you ask Coca-Cola and write them, yes, hi, I'm also a beverage company and producer, I want to create a Coke, maybe you can give me your ingredients. No creator or inventor in the world would just tell you the secrets.
No.
And-
Like when we talked about it, you had the nice example of all the coin guys who produce the coin gaffs.
Yeah, I would love to produce my own coin gaffs, but there are only a handful of people in the world who do very good coin products. And even though Roy Coopers is a very good friend of mine, when we meet, even he wouldn't tell me how he does the expanded shells, and I respect it.
Yeah.
It's a big hidden secret. So
And I guess all of them also destroyed hundreds of dollars of worth of coins
I don't know.
while
I don't want to
testing.
know how many silver coins they destroyed.
No.
And really, this is a process that you have to go. And if you are into creating or in creations, then you understand why some products are so expensive.
No.
Because some people, when they open a package and they see, for example, only the thread, and this DVD costs, oh my god, $35, They go like, what, 35 bucks for just a piece of thread? No, it's not only 35 euros for a piece of thread. It is the research, it is playing with it, it is inventing it, it is testing it, in the best case, testing it for several months or years, and not these brain fart ideas and take a iPhone camera, film it and put it on, I don't know, any download platform. And you can see this makes me angry.
Calm down.
And no, really, you should practice these things, you should test them out and not just producing them and throw them out. And while or after throwing them out, your customers are not happy, invent better things with this, and then 2 months later a 2.0 version or 3.0 version or whatever comes out.
Yeah.
There's always an evolution in Magic. That's true, and I also had one 2.0 product, which was another story, but it was not because I threw it on the market too early. And there is nothing against evolution, but not within 2 or 3 weeks. This is the reason why please don't ask me anymore what glue I use or materials I use. If I have a very good day and you meet me on some conventions, maybe I will tell you, but for me I decided not to tell any more secrets, and I think that's fair enough.
Yep.
And this was the first FAQ.
Hashtag Ask TNT.
I hope you liked it, or actually we hope you liked it, and
Tell us in the comments what do you think about this kind of show, and again continue asking questions. Hashtag TNT.
we
Ask TNT.
love to answer all your questions. And even though we make a little joke about your questions, it's not mean. Yeah, we just want to have a little bit fun.
Yeah. And over there you can watch TNT, because you might notice this week there is no TNT, but next week we are back.
The reason is because it's a holiday in Germany.
Yay!
Yeah. So TNT will be there next week again.
Yeah, and this show will continue somehow. We'll see. Again, don't forget to subscribe to all of the social media networks, and don't forget to donate for TNT, and don't forget to ask questions.
That's it for today.
See you next time.
Tschüss!